Shout out to Y'all Talk Podcast, you know what I'm
Channel's
saying?
called Y'all Talk Podcast.
Y'all tune in to Y'all Talk Pod too, man. That's unofficial.
Y'all talk? What you mean y'all talk? Y'all talk podcast?
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Y'all Talk Podcast, the podcast y'all should be talking about. Today is an exciting day. I have a lady in the building. I know I love the girls. So I want to give her a chance really quick to just introduce herself, a little bit about what she does. The floor is yours.
Hey y'all, I am the IconicTonic, aka IconicTonic Music, across many a platform, but I'm actually just known as Tonic. The iconic part is just like something to like reel you in. It's like a hook. Like I tell people, it's like Lil Wayne, but like his name's really Wayne. You know, but you don't just be hit him with that Lil. But people just they be calling me iconic, but it's taken because I've gotten that like I do iconic shit. Like the life is iconic.
Yes,
it is. You know, when you see what you see is what you get.
Yes, I love that.
You know.
So really quick, can you just dive into I don't want to say your relationship with the city, but what do you particularly do in the city? You don't just do music, right? Like, do you dibble dabble?
I do a couple things. I am a musician. Well, actually, my mother first.
Curious.
Not too many people know that about me, but that's not your business.
Right.
It's my business, and I handle my business.
Love that.
But I'm a mother. I'm a loctician and natural hairstylist.
Oh, period.
So I specialize in the crochet method, which is interlocking. It's not just like palm rolling, retwist. No shade to anybody that specializes in palm rolling, retwist. It's still work is work when it comes to lock.
Right.
I'm a musician, and then I also host. I have a good standing in, I'll say, the civil rights movement that's been going on, I'd say, since, well, you know, forever, but mainly since 2020. But I couldn't really take part in it because I was pregnant at the time. So I would have been out in these streets rioting when the riots was going down in 2020, but I didn't get to. So the last few years, my grandmother, she's actually a major activist in the city, has been for many years. And she throws every summer the Harambe Black Arts and Wellness, Black Arts Music, Wellness, and Soul Festival that goes across the like east side. They'd be in like Wilkinsburg, Homewood, Homestead.
Yeah,
I have a huge part in it every year. I've been performing, and we just bring, we not just bring, a huge part of it is to bring attention to bringing the community together, maintaining the foundation, establishing the foundation and maintaining it through, you know, arts, community, music, performance, various performance art. So I have a big part in that. I will be taking it over soon, which is like, oh my God.
That's exciting.
Festival is like,
that's exciting.
It's exciting.
It's
a little nerve-wracking because I see what all goes into it. What watching my grandma do it over the last, like, since high school. I came back and started having parts in the festival whenever I was in high school, but I didn't live here too long. I only lived here for like 3 months. Shout out my West Mifflin family. Y'all know who y'all are, okay?
Period.
But yeah, so I like to use my platform. Like, I do music first, but I like to use my platform to bring attention to important things in the world, politics. I'm not too political, I always say, but I do use my voice.
Be mindful, though.
Yes,
for sure.
I'm definitely mindful of the weight and the gravity that the political environment holds, and the way it impacts not just our community, people of color in general. I say that in general because Black people ain't the only people of color. I ain't trying to get no feathers in a tizzy, but
ain't the only minority. Most people don't be.
Yeah, like we're all, you know, anybody that isn't this one archetype in today's world is a person of color or minority, as well as women and the LGBTQ question mark XYZ exclamation point community. Okay.
Period.
we all minorities
Yes.
together.
So you're actually involved in a lot of. I didn't know a lot of that, which I
Yes,
love that, and I
yes.
think that's a very smart tactic, using your artistry to draw back to those bigger things. It does seem like a lot of what you do, obviously, is very purposeful, first and foremost.
Very intentional.
But it does also revolve into creativity and just inspiration in a sense, I feel like, as well, which I love. Period.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to tell me more about that festival whenever the camera's cut, so I could.
Oh, I definitely will.
Yeah, 'cause
The season is upon us, so you guys will be seeing a lot of like promo. I'll have to find some performance, some artists to perform and things like that. So just stay tuned on across my social media pages for that stuff. Again, that's IconicTonic Music. Oh, something else I wanted to bring light to, something that's new that I'm a part of. I've been working with Cutting Up Productions, which is an up and coming production studio located in Wilkinsburg at a barbershop.
Okay.
And they have a series called Live from the Chair, which is like a mic drop platform.
I
for
think I see.
artists.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
I've seen some. I don't even be.
It's
on social
it's
media.
just so much to see and can be so
Yeah.
busy, but yeah, it's one of the newer mic drop platforms in the city. So
That's what's up.
I wouldn't be surprised if you have seen something here or there of this platform. And we're launching 2 new podcasts. I don't know if I could talk too much about the second one, but the first one's mine, solely mine.
Right. So
Called Live from the Chair, all access podcast. Okay, we're in the midst of getting the first few episodes complete, so stay tuned for like the announcement of when it'll drop. But we do go live every Monday whenever we film.
Okay.
So after 7 p.m., you can catch that on my Facebook.
And I'll get them details and put those in the description.
Okay.
So people could definitely connect.
Yeah.
So when did you first like jump into just creativity, period? Whether it was music, whether it was something else that you may have started, or have you just been like that since you grew up?
So I've always been artistically inclined, and that's a huge thanks to my parents, both of them. One in more of a way than another, but at the same time not. Oh my gosh, I don't want to get y'all into a tizzy. But anyway, we all know it's real. My dad is actually a known personality he was more known in his time, in his prime, I'll say, whenever he was younger. He was part of a group called the Nickel that performed at various bars and opened for various artists that would come through the city in the 90s and early 2000s. And he started producing, engineering, and managing artists. My mom at the time, when she was in college, when they met, she did spoken word. And she's like one of the most talented lyricists, poets, I don't know what you want to call it, spoken word assist.
I love that.
That I've ever, and like she can bring me to tears, like just listening to her flow. So I was really born into a world of arts. My mom, she did art, she paints, she draws. My dad, he's a contractor, and he paints houses and stuff. So and I see that as art too, art and architecture, that you're definitely an artist. So. Or contractor, anything in that realm, painters, anything in that realm. So my mom, she always made sure whenever I was younger that we were in like anything art-based, whether that was music, dance, performance art. I was a theater kid. I was not, people would be looking at me these days thinking, because, I'm all done up, I'm cute now. I was weird in school. I was a theater kid.
So
I was a flow. Because that's real. Like,
that is
some
real.
people's prime was in high school, and I think that's funny. Because I'm looking good now, okay? I'd rather look good now than look my best
real.
walking through the halls with a book bag on my shoulder. But, I mean, I was still cute. I just didn't know how cute I was. Y'all was telling me. I started believing y'all. I didn't know, I slapped I lashed on and got the eyebrows plucked. I said, who's this girl?
And that's all it takes is a little one, too.
Okay, yes, because I was in all black. This all black ain't new. I was in all black all the time.
That's how I am.
I was in sweatpants. I was in the hood. I had a hoodie for every day of the week. Didn't matter the temperature.
Seriously.
Okay? Didn't matter. So, But I was always immersed in arts and creativity and theater. So various mediums. And then whenever I was in fourth or fifth grade, I wrote my first little song. Like we would always play rap. I would always rhyme with my real name, which I'm not gonna say. You gotta know me to have that privilege to know what my real name is. But Tonic is not my real name. Y'all be thinking it's Tonic or Gina because my face it's neither.
Keep
that's
guessing.
funny. Yes. Keep on, keeping on. But yeah, and then through middle school I started writing more poetry, and in high school freshman year in Vegas to a Mac Miller song. I think his song was called Pennsylvania Night, PA Night. I wrote my first like cover of a song to that, and it was called Pennsylvania Mornings. And my mom found it, and she clowned me. So I was like,
sounds like my mom.
I was like, you know what? I just can't share this with you. Maybe I shouldn't do this either. I'll just keep this to myself. So then I kept my music to myself for a while. And she just clowned me because she hates Pittsburgh. No offense. Love the city. But I mean, y'all know what it is. And my mom, she don't fuck with it. So she calls it the pit of hell. That's what she refers to it.
I ain't mad at
like,
her.
or an armpit. It's always some type of joke. But then I started really writing. Then Chirac came out. Nicki Minaj did her verse on Chirac. I was a huge Nicki fan back in the day. Not so much anymore, but
times
back
have
in
changed.
the day, yeah.
Things have changed.
But I did a verse to Chirac when I was 17. I went to my first little studio session. It was in my friend's room closet. You know, in the closet, and he had it was like a walk. You had to go through the bathroom to get to the closet. So he's like, "Yeah, it's like its own sound room in there. Like we got extra. You can't hear nothing. My mom's cooking dinner, so." I'm like,
those are the best stories.
Yes,
I'm telling you, that's where greatness arises from. The raw moments.
We did like 3 songs, and he only sent me Chirac. And it was like on this old Android. Like I don't even have it. It's probably somewhere deep in the archives of my Google. But that was the first like real grunge rap song that like I did. And then I've always been writing R&B. So that was just always present. And then one day I just started taking it seriously.
I love that.
Like professionally.
So I feel, and this is just my opinion, of course, I think whenever you're diving into like a creative thing, it's easy to do for yourself. Sometimes it feels natural. But just hearing even just a little bit about what you do, I feel like you are putting your creativity for the community as well, like for purposeful things that impact you, of course, but other people positively. So where did that come from? Because I think that's a whole nother responsibility in itself. It's one thing to create for yourself, put your things out there, but to then involve yourself in creative things that impact communities. Like, what's the importance of that for you?
So being raised, like I said, within the arts, but then also my grandmother being who she is, she's always been an activist my entire life. When she was, when I was younger, she was also a nurse for terminally ill children, and she would take me with her sometimes to some of her cases. And it was just the amount of like love that I would see my grandma put back into the world, knowing how scary and horrible of a place it could be. You know, literally caring for children that are terminally ill. There's no getting better. They are going to pass. And she's going to care for them until they pass. And I got to have relationships with some of them, attend birthday parties, be there for the decline of their life. And it was, I found that music was always something that, regardless of what anybody was going through, like you could be on that brink of like just wanting to give up, and then a song comes on and you're like, okay, like I could just, you know, I can see another day, or I can do something else. So that's what I found like in music, in giving back, because for me, I always felt like even though I had family, I had love, it was I had an interesting life growing up, and in a way I felt like nobody understood me or related to me. So I wanted to make music and put it out and know that there was people that could resonate with what I feel and how I see things through the music. And it would create its own, like, the community's already there, but it would give me a sense of community through my music and give them a sense of community because maybe they can resonate with things that they might have felt were understood by others, but they find it in the music. And I feel like that was partially inspired by being around, well, being raised in the way I was raised and then being around my grandmother and seeing how she would give back, like I said, through her work. And not only the work that she chose, but being an activist and, you know, bringing people together through rage and passion. And I feel like that is two very prevalent things in my music. Like the rap is like real raw and gritty, and then the R&B or the alternative music is very soft and passionate. So I definitely feel like that's I feel like it was always in me, but it was brought out through the people that I'm blessed to have been raised by and loved by throughout my life.
Which I love. I love that. You really, created. It's in you. It ain't. It's not on you. It's definitely in you. Yes. So even through that, do you ever have moments of, because I feel me personally, just as a creative, almost everything I do in my life now has a creative pursuit. So I can resonate in a way, whether it's a campaign I'm doing, whether it's something impactful, like at the root of it, it's coming from up here. And I think that's one of the hardest things to do, and people don't notice that. When you're creating something, anything, it's hard, but creatively, you're pulling from the depth of your brain. Do you ever have those moments where it's like drained, or do you do anything to stop you from getting to the moments where you're like, I'm just burnt out?
Sometimes I get burnt out and I don't realize it. I realize it whenever I haven't created in a while. And it does happen to me now a lot more, I've noticed, than it used to. But now I have a lot more responsibilities in my personal life. And I feel like lately I've been calling attention to choosing to be happy or choosing to create instead of waiting for or to be inspired by something. Sometimes you just got to do it.
Right.
Especially if you are experiencing like unrest or burnout or something like that. And I feel like that's what I've been getting in the habit of doing as of lately. But sometimes, which I feel like is some of the best times, is whenever I'm experiencing like a creative burnout and I can't write and I can't, it's not that I can't, it's just not happening. And then I see something or I have an experience or I hear some notes and then it just happens. Like it just comes
Naturally to you.
forward. Like, yeah, I'll write a song in like 5 minutes or something and then go record it. That's kind of what happened with Cherry Pies and Sunset Skies and Perspective. Cherry Pies and Sunset Skies. I can't believe I said that. Y'all get that song when y'all get that song. Don't even ask me for it. Y'all keep asking me for that song. It's an unreleased song. Like, yes. Oh my gosh. But I feel like that phrase, when creativity strikes, like that's real. And when it strikes, lean into it.
For sure.
Because when you don't, and I feel like you can almost slip into a creative burnout willingly because you're not pushing yourself to create. And everybody experiences this. But as an artist, I feel like it's different because, as we just said, it's literally in us. Like it's already there. To do something or to figure out what you want to do with it once it is there, but it ain't always there. And when it's not, I feel like you got to get back to self-care. Like, okay, let me focus on myself, and then you'll find yourself back in that creative position. So that's what I've actually been wrestling with lately, because I haven't been creating lately.
Yeah, me neither.
And in the realm that like I particularly create in, which is music. I haven't people come to the studio.
Right, where you at?
I've been throwing myself into this podcast, into the planning of this podcast, but
which is also a great creative outlet. I say, no bias.
It is. It definitely is. So, but I feel like like I said, one of these days, not even one of these days, maybe even today, I'm about to get my butt back in the studio and just sometimes you have to put yourself back into the creative lane, whether you have it, that inspiration in you right then or not, because it'll just sometimes it'll just
you
come.
just gotta take the step, right? Yeah, definitely. So bringing that full circle, obviously you have your hands in a lot of things, and I wish we could talk longer.
I know,
because I have
maybe
so
I
many
can come back.
questions.
I can come
yeah,
back.
you're definitely gonna come back.
Okay.
The email will be sent. But full circle with everything that you do have your hands in, things that you may have planned for the future, just things that you hold of importance, the morals, those type of things. What would you say the biggest thing you've learned about yourself, or the most prominent thing? Not even most. I feel like there's many things you learn on your creative journey, but just one of those big things on your self-discovery journey that you have pulled just from being in those spaces and having hands in the things that you do.
I can do a lot on my own. Like I can really do. I've always thought since I was a little girl, like I can do anything I put my mind to. I feel like if I wanted to fly, I used to feel like this when I was a little. Like if I wanted to hard enough, I could do it.
Yes.
Which is how them Wright brothers built that wooden plane, because it's not like they really flew, but they was like, I want to fly, so I'm going to figure out how to do that. Built a plane.
Yes.
Ain't nobody built a plane.
I'm telling you.
They just-
Intentional action right
Yes.
there. Yes.
So this is, I feel like, the greatest. It's one of my greatest discoveries, but it's like a blessing and a curse. Because then it's like you have to want it bad enough to do it. Like you have to apply the pressure, as they say. You have to apply yourself. You got to put in work to do it. But I feel like that is something that has amazed me about myself, because I actually took last year off musically. My first year in music professionally was 2024. I had already been performing for a couple years to get a regularity and a comfortability with performing my own music on stage. I was already comfortable being on stage. That wasn't a problem. But once you start doing your own music, like, hey, this is what I do, let me share it with you. It's like,
yeah, so
like, and I used to have a little bit of stage fright when I was a kid, which is so surprising because I was an actor. Like I was in theater.
Super. I was just gonna say you were in theater.
I had really bad stage fright, but I forced myself over it because I knew where I wanted to be. I wanted to be on stage. And so same thing. I'm like, okay, I want to do music. Well, I have to get comfortable on stage. Yeah. Okay, we're going to perform this unreleased music. And then if they like it, if I get a good response from the crowds that I perform in front of, I'm going to start releasing it. And that's exactly what happened. Yep. And people coming to asking of all ages, because I would perform at my grandma's harambe. That's where I was. She's like, use it like that's your stage. That's your platform. That's your first, come up on the scene. So I was like, okay, period. And I start performing unreleased music. They're like, okay, where can we find it? I'm like, you want to find it?
Hold on.
I got you.
Let me actually put it somewhere you can find it.
You want to listen to it when I'm not performing it? Cool, I got you. I started dropping it in January. The first song I ever dropped was I Just Want to Cry, January 2024. And then I did what is called my year of singles. The intention was to drop at least one single every month for the entire year of 2024. I almost met my goal. It was hard, y'all.
I would say almost is better than not at all.
And then not knowing that you had to do a promo run for 6 weeks. I'm like, damn, I didn't know this. Maybe some songs would have had a better chance if I had did the promo run for 6 weeks before. But I had the songs ready to go. I got the album covers. I would do a month of advertising, promo, drop the song, and then I was on to the next song. And it worked in a way for me. It worked well enough for me, is what I'll say. And I actually dropped 10 songs in 2024. They're all still out. Go check them out. Tonic, all platforms. But I took 2025 off because I had to reevaluate and reestablish my life as, like, personally, and being a mom and stuff like that. And I was scared to check my stats end of the year. But to my surprise, it was actually a boost in my streams across nations.
Period.
Over 1,000 plays in the UK. Hey, shout out to the United Kingdom.
There you go. Shout out to the UK.
Shout out South America. Shout out Pittsburgh too. A lot of my listeners right here in our city. Okay. But that let me know, like, y'all are listening. Like, people are listening, regardless if I took a year off. I was doing the work. I took a year off, and I would pop out here and there. It was sparingly. Like, you ain't really see me. You see me more in like December. And musically, I would say, because I took the year off, and it let me know that I can do this. Like, I can really, I can be more than just a musician, though. Like, I can be seen for more of me and all the things that I do, but my way in is the music, and that was a confirmation for me. So definitely, I could do anything I put my mind to, but it was surprising to know that y'all was definitely still listening. So thanks.
Yes, I love that. I think you're great.
Think
Even the energy,
you're
I can
great.
feel it.
You inspire me.
Thank you. You inspire
You do.
me.
I've
It's
seen the work
fun.
you've been putting in. With the Y'all Talk podcast, among other things, I've seen your hands in.
Yes,
but
we try.
You're definitely an inspiration. So it means a lot coming from you. Thank you.
It does. We reciprocating energy right
now.
now.
Giving flowers. You gotta give the flowers now.
You do, for sure.
Okay,
so in Y'all Talk fashion, which she will be back, y'all.
I'm gonna have to come back.
And we keeping this in here so y'all know.
Yeah.
But we always like to ask our guests, what do you feel that more people should be talking about?
Ooh, that is a good question. Okay, let me make it more positive. Let me not take it down the rabbit hole. I feel like more people should be talking about right now how to be more self-sufficient in general. Like, I feel like we need to get back to the basics. Okay, God put us on a planet with everything we needed. With the skills in our heart, in our strength, like in our muscles, in our heart, and our mind, to get things done, to figure shit out. So we need to be talking about how to plant our own food, how to cleanse our own water, how to educate our own kids in the ways that they should be educated, not to go into a system. We need to be talking about more, especially now more than ever, how to be more self-sufficient, how to do for ourselves instead of depending on a government or anyone to do anything for it. We can do stuff ourselves. We could do it. I need to get back. I need to learn. I want to learn I need to get my green thumb this year. I'm trying to be a plant parent this year. Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
These prices is crazy anyway in the store.
You want me $4 for this apple?
Listen, these is not Home Alone prices. He got milk, cheese. He got TV dinners. He got some toys too. Seriously. $20. It was like $25.
You ain't getting that now.
This is not even
couple fruits, maybe some grapes.
This is like barely 25 years ago. Why is it $20 right now? You right. You might get some grapes. Just grapes.
Seriously.
The good ones.
Maybe the good ones.
The real ones with the seeds. Real grapes have seeds, y'all. Seedless grapes is
most
not
people don't know that. That's a crazy. I'm so glad you brought that up.
What is a seedless cucumber? It is just green water. They be making me mad. Grow y'all stuff, man.
Green thumb. That's how we end an episode. Green thumb.
Get your green thumb.
Yes.
2026.
I'm going to make sure I leave all the info in the description so people can get with you.
Yes.
So make sure y'all check it out. Check her out. We love it. We love her. And of course, as always, thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank y'all.
We will catch y'all at the next episode of Y'all Talk.
Yeah, catch you next time. IconicTonic music.